Hey everybody, it's Eric here again. I wanted to make a video for you guys today. What I want to discuss today is I want to give a little bit of a history of myself, kind of introduce myself. I'm starting this YouTube channel. Just trying to help everybody out. Give a little history, if you will, my background and where I'm looking to go with this. I started messing with cars when I was 14. I started detailing cars at the local used car lot, and I worked with my dad doing carpentry work on weekends. So I saved up money. My first real race car, or car I should say, that I took to the drag strip, it was a 1987 Buick Regal T-Type, which was basically a lesser known Grand National. It was the same drivetrain, just different color and stuff. So sorry, I want to try and move here. That's how I got started. When I was 16, I remember, I believe it was the spring of 1991, I believe. Was the first time I went down to drag strip. I went to Maple Grove Raceway. I remember I was scared to the point I thought I was going to throw up by the time I got to the burnout box. Had no idea what I was doing. Left on the green light, was dead late. I believe my first pass, I blew the injector hose off of the intake manifold. I went from the intercooler to the intake manifold. And I remember boarding that run. And then I think I made one more pass, I believe, that day. My dad was there. He kind of helped me through it and stuff. He was a drag racer from the 60s. He used to run at Vargo Dragway. It was good to have him there. So I started doing it, not every weekend, but off and on when I could afford to. Going to the drag strip. A couple of my friends from high school, we used to go on a Saturday. That's when, excuse me, that's when a couple of my buddies would go down with me on a Saturday. That's when Maple Grove had their test and tune. Back then, was Saturdays. So fast forward, I raced that for a while. Kind of got out of it a little bit. Basically I put that car in storage for about a year at my uncle's place. At which point I bought the 1994 Camaro that I have now that I race. That was in I believe August of 1997 is when I bought that car. And it was mostly a street strip car. It was funny because I wasn't even going to drag race it, and it wasn't until my buddy said, "Hey, why don't we put some slicks and skis on it and see what it does?" So I did that. We threw some DOT slicks we had laying around from my Buick. Then we bolted them on, and surprisingly enough, the thing went 13.6 right out of the box. So it was a neat ride. Had the LT1 350 automatic. It was fun. Fast forward. 2004, I believe it was. Had an accident, Island Dragway, lost the drive shaft at the top end, about 104 mile an hour. The front U joint let loose, so basically took most of the bottom, pretty much damaged the whole bottom of the car. At that point, the decision was, what do we do? Do we junk it? Do we rebuild it? Do we go a different direction? We decided we would rebuild, but it would take pretty much everything. So I met a gentleman by the name of Tom Goldman, and he helped me out tremendously. And we basically started with a platform of an NHRA stock Eliminator car, and we basically went off that recipe, if you will, and built the current car that I have. And it took a while. I mean, it didn't happen overnight. We put new suspension on it, a strange 12-bolt rear we put under it. I think at that time we put 28-inch tall slicks by 9-inch wide on the back. and we just kind of ran it like that for a while with the stock cam LT1, and it went 13.2, 13.1. So we ran that for a while. Then we started moving to the next, which was putting a turbo 350 transmission in it with an 8-inch converter, shortening the drive shaft about 3/4 of an inch, and making the mounts that we needed to do that. So basically, that's how that was. And it wasn't until I'm going to say 2 years ago I blew up the original LT1 350 at the same Island Dragway. I should stop going there. Every time I go there, I break stuff. But anyway, we blew the engine there, and we were like, what were we going to do? What were we going to use? Obviously, we couldn't rebuild that motor, because if you know anything about LT1s, once they break, they're done, because there's low nickel content in the block. So when they crack, they spiderweb. So they're pretty much junk. We snapped the crankshaft basically in half in that motor. So it was junk. So we found another LT1 that was in a guy's barn, and we tore that down. We had the machine work done outside. I bought a Scat bottom end with cast crank, forged pistons, rods, new bearings, rings, everything. And we basically rebuilt it. Line Decker Race Engines helped me, so shout out to them. I actually assembled the motor in my garage with plastic gauge and whatever information I could gather for it. So I got it tuned, 2nd Street Speed in Percy, Pennsylvania. And Bill down there did a tremendous job. We worked out the bugs slowly. As you can see there, I do have a video of a pass that I made. Like I said, it's not perfect. We have some tuning to do to the motor yet to get it perfect, but it's close. It's real close, and we're going to work on that over the winter. I'm going to try and make some videos on how to adjust base timing and how to adjust timing on an MSD. I have an MSD crank trigger wheel on this motor, so I'm going to see if I can get a video or two of me doing that, just as an instructional thing. Again, like I'm saying, what I show in my videos, it's not the only way to do stuff. Okay, I'm not making these videos to say this is the way you do it. If you don't do it my way, you're a moron. No, that's not it at all. There's somebody probably even has a better way, or 2 or 3 ways that are better. It's just the way that I do it that works for me. So, in case you're looking for information, you're researching something, it's just my point of view. I'm not saying that it's the only way to do stuff. So with that being said, like I said, I was out on October 12th of this year, 2018. We made a pass. That was the second pass with this motor. And it seemed like it was doing good. We're a little held up because, like I said, the stock cylinder heads, even though they're worked, they're still limiting. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to tune it up a little bit with the stock heads, and we're going to see how we do, how the car goes. But I just wanted to make a video, kind of introduce myself, give my background, and just share some thoughts with you and a little bit of my history. So I hope you enjoy. Please like, comment, let me know what you think. If you have any ideas for upcoming videos, or hey Eric, I'm not quite sure how to do something. If I know enough about it to give good advice, I'll do a video on it. If I don't know anything about it, I will try to get back to you and explain, and if I can, I'll research it and I'll see if I can get a video out on it. Okay, I want to help people in this sport. It's a tough deal. I know I've struggled a lot over 20 some odd years that I've been doing it. I still struggle to this day. I don't really have it together. So, I mean, and I'm sure everybody else struggles too. So, I mean, we're all in this together. I'm just trying to help a little bit to help everybody out, and that they can have fun and enjoy drag racing. So I'm going to go. I'm out, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.